One, and we are going to start this right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this special NXT. Don't do a lot of these, but NXT Halloween Havoc review. With the month of October being real spooky, how scary can NXT, Halloween Havoc can get, huh?
I
I'm
mean,
trying not
they
to
they
say
tried.
takeover.
I mean, they tried with the goofy stuff throughout the whole night. You,
They tried to make it as Halloween as possible.
possible, did they? Oh my goodness! Oh my
So they
goodness!
they 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 tried to get real spooky.
They really made it real corny.
In some ways, yeah.
So we're gonna
It was
start
a
off
lot of.
with,
You want to introduce
hey,
yourself first?
oh my, I'm so sorry, because the best match of the night is the first match. I'm sorry, I'm so geeked up because that was the best match of the night. But all right, my name is Kyle. Been on here before. Straight face 40. Thanks for letting me be on the show today, Bryce. I'm kind of geeked up because, like I said, the best match of the night is the first match of the night.
But yeah, we're gonna step right into it. Yes, Halloween Havoc right off the bat, real spooky. Booker T and Big Joseph on commentary. Shotzi Blackheart and Quincy Elliott were the host of this
Can
whole
I?
thing. Shotzi Blackheart back in this is the second time she do it. She didn't do it last year, but they brought her back because she did really good the first time a couple years
Yeah,
ago
she
hosting
did. I
this whole
remember
thing.
this a couple of years ago.
She fit the whole
She
Halloween
kept.
thing.
Yeah, she does. I was just about to say that. She took the words right out of my mouth, boy. She fit it. She fit the mold of Halloween Havoc.
So I was glad they brought her back.
Can I say
Right?
something right quick about the commentary team?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is actually Booker T best work ever, even from past years. Uh, this is best work ever. I think he got better. I'm like, man, this bro, he really got it down pat. He getting to know some of the guys. And he busts out the catchphrase when he needs to bust out the catchphrase.
Oh, he had a lot to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We gonna get to a lot of stuff, but nah, his commentary. I know some people don't like it, but I enjoy Booker T, even the
Yeah,
bad of sometimes.
but this tonight was very good.
Definitely. But we do kick off with the ladder match, 5-man ladder match for the vacant NXT North American Championship. Nathan Frazier, Oro Mensa, Wesley, Von Wagner, and Carmelo Hayes, even having Trick kind of do like an intro telling all his ops to rest in piss. Um,
Um, I wanted to ask you a question. Out of all five of those guys, we know the North American title kind of like the U.S. title and the Intercontinental Championship, NXT, and that title serves purpose of who it serves purpose of who's next in line to become a world champion in most parts. That's what it's supposed to be like. Am I right? It's supposed to be like the next in line who's gonna be the world champion.
I would
Can't
think that. I would think
you
that
know? So with that said, out of
it's
all
happened with
five of
some
those
people.
guys,
It's happened.
right? Out of all five of those guys, so Bryce, who would you say is next in line? Who can be that person that can step up
For the world title. I mean, for the
for the
NXT
world
title.
title? For the NXT championship.
Mello,
Mello,
Mello.
Mello, Mello. Yeah, I think so too. I'm really agreeing with you right there. But
He one
I
of the
just
best
have to
people
get
they
that
got.
question. I have to get that question out because a lot of those guys kind of seem like they it's like they destiny is stuck in mid car purgatory.
I can see it with a couple of these guys.
You know what I'm saying, right? And so I see a couple of these guys really saying in that mid card level, and that's why I have to ask that question.
Yeah, I can see it with a few of these guys here. So, yeah, looking at some of them, yeah, they are kind of more mid card. I don't really know where to kind of start with this match, other than you could say it was a spot fest, yes, but it was a good spot fest. But
I
I
mean,
thought it was really good.
what you expect from a ladder match? You know what I'm saying? This is a ladder match, and you gonna always gonna have spots fest. You know what I'm saying? What it's not gonna ever go back to that time of Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, or even remember the Chris Benoit and Chris Jericho ladder match. It's not
Yeah.
going to go back to those times, and you're not going to really see too many people flying off of places. And so you're going to always see people fly off of stuff. People crash into ladders. People crash into tables. Ladders being used in special type of ways. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what we're gonna see out of ladder matches from now on. Really,
Yeah, and even though it was still a spot fest, you can't say, you gotta say like people still did sell in this match. There was a
oh
lot
yeah,
of
oh my
crazy
goodness,
spots in this whole match. From sure, what where do I go in all of this? What from what Von Wagner throwing Des Wesley
Wesley.
there into the table.
Oh
Uh,
my goodness, I didn't even know. I didn't think he would go through it, bro. I thought he was just gonna
oh,
hold him up, and Wesley would go get out of it somewhere. No, he literally threw this man. Oh my goodness, Wesley took a beating tonight. I
he
mean,
did.
he the one who everybody got hurt. Give what I'm saying, but I think Wesley took a beating tonight.
He was taking some hard bumps out there. He definitely was. Like he was getting hit out there big time. I thought it was funny. Wagner almost hit a fan with the ladder, almost. Picking it
Oh
up.
no, me and my brother were talking about that. He came in there because my brother saw it last night, so he really wanted to spoil the fun for me. And he was like, he came in there, came in the room. He was like, "Did you see the spot where the fan almost got hit with the ladder?" I'm like, "Yeah, the fan. First of all, the fan not only came was over the his half of his body was like over the barricade. He started touching the ladder just to touch it. You get what I'm saying? You know how the fans always just try to touch the wrestler and all that stuff. He went to go touch the ladder. He patted the ladder and grabbing it and like, yeah, yeah. I'm looking like, can you move? Can you move, sir? You know what I'm saying? You see him try to bring in the ladder. Can you move? Why would you hang your face outside the barricade for this man to almost hit you with the ladder so you can get some money, nigga? That's all that was about.
Lawsuit.
Right. He wanted a lawsuit, but it wasn't. It because if you could see the replay, this nigga is hanging hanging. You know what I'm saying? And touching the ladder constantly. I'm like, why you touching the ladder, dude? Move. Most people would know to move in that spot part.
Yeah, he just kind of stayed right there and got hit.
I'm like, and he didn't get hit though. He did. He almost
Oh yeah, he
it,
did. Yeah,
it
he backed
almost
his
hit him.
head
It's
back.
almost hit him.
Yeah, so I saw that he almost got hit by the
But
ladder.
I could say this ladder match was very fast, Bryce. Very, very fast. Everything was so quick. Everything was so precise. It was like, we were just talking about that ladder spot. See, he cropped up the ladder. Then Nathan Frazier came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And and he, he hit him a couple of times. Then all of a sudden I just saw Nathan Frazier just fly out for somewhere and just put him through the ladder. I like, dang, that was so quick. It went by so quick. It was like if you blink, you blink, you missed it.
That's true. Like you got had to keep your eyes on a lot of this stuff because it did go fast out there. It really did. Um, like I say, even it was just everybody getting involved, from people flying outside the ring to even kind of putting Robert Stone and Trick Williams in there for a quick minute.
Yeah,
Like
they even
everybody
took a
got involved.
little spot.
They had a spot out there.
Yeah,
There was some stuff they got off camera that I think the camera missed a couple things because I'm like, where did he come from? And it was like times into that where they just you didn't see them. and them trying to use the ladder to take down the big guy, Wagner knocking him into the barricade and stuff, trying to trap him there. And I liked how Oro Mensa and Frazier that kind of just looked at each other, then they just start like, no, I'm going first, like trying to race to the
Uh-huh.
top. They was like
Uh,
racing and stuff. But like, when that ladder bridge, happened, they kind of got to that part with Mello and you know, Wesley up there with the bridge. You know, the whole meteor thing that Dez did onto Mello, taking him
yep.
out. Like that looked brutal. And kind of right after that, he won the title.
Yeah.
I thought it was well
Man.
deserved.
I will deserve, and I'm really not mad at the winner. The winner is he deserved that. He been grinding for a long time in NXT, and I really feel like it was well deserved. And a new person needs to step up. Um, but I love this match. It was my favorite match of the night.
And
You know,
and I
at first I thought later matches will get my attention more than the latter match, but I see it was like it hit this peak right here, and some of the other matches tried to get close to it, but it didn't get close. And a lot of, I mean, I say one match really never got my attention. We're gonna get to that match next.
true. And
Actually,
I'll say one more thing out of this. Like
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
you you look at Dez's story, Wesley and whatnot. Like it's kind of like a redemption story, somewhat in a way. Because if you go back, let's remember him and his partner were the tag team champions, and they won the titles back at the during WrestleMania weekend. But
Right.
then soon after they fired his tag partner because of the whole whatever Kimberly. Well, that wasn't even the whole thing. It was because of that whole photo thing and whatnot, and that got him fired. And you kind of wonder what was going to happen to the dude then, because he was left on his own. And
Yeah.
they kind of spoke on it. Well, that spoke on it somewhat indirectly, but I think his partner got in a way unjustly fired when you think about it. But that's what the other stuff. I'm trying to separate the two things, but
Well, they
like,
all go together though, so I don't think you can really separate it, bro.
but
So I
yeah,
think
since
they
it goes
all
together.
really go together. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got.
Uh,
I think the photo was why they got rid of him. The other
yeah.
shit,
Yeah. Yeah. But the photo is because she the one who leaked the photo out.
yeah, she leaked
So
that.
that's why I said they all go together because she the one who leaked that photo out with it. So if it wasn't for her leaking the photo out, nobody would have never known about it.
Yeah, and he probably wouldn't have gotten fired and whatnot, because that was the last thing. I think that was the chopping block right there.
Yeah,
That got Wentz fired from WWE and stuff. Like I know he's getting work again nowadays, so good for him. Because I'm not gonna go into that whole situation with his ex-wife, because her story was like back and forth that hey, I hate you, but then the next is like, oh, I'm gonna support you during your match at Takeover or Stand and Deliver. It didn't make a lot of
yeah,
sense.
it was weird. It was very weird.
It was just weird. But like I said, looking at Wesley's story from him, kind of being down the dumps and fighting his way, kind of back to the somewhat to the top and everything, because his partner was gone, and people kind of wonder what's gonna happen with this guy. Is he gonna make it on his own? And they kind of had him go through a lot of stuff, and now he's a singles competitor now. So, it's one thing they said, like, I know his commentary. I think Vic Joseph said this is his first singles title in any company.
Yeah, he did say that. He did say that.
It's the
It's
time
the
he's been a
first
tag
single
team.
title. Right, most of the time been a tag team, so I don't think he really had most more, that many opportunities to be a single champion.
Yeah, with the
So, but
Rascals.
the rascal, right? And so I don't think he really had that many opportunities. So I really like this. I really like the champion that who they chose. It wasn't bad at all. Long only bad thing that's about that was a bad choice. Only bad choice would have been Price if Von Wagner. That was the only bad choice. And that new dude that forgot that dude name with the dreads.
Or
What that name?
Oro Mensa, I think.
Or
Oro
Mister.
Mensa.
That's the only two bad thing because Or Mister would make no sense. You know what I'm saying? That would make no sense. And Bob Wagner, yeah, it's just Bob Wagner. I
He
ain't
was
really
just
got
there.
nothing.
They
Right,
needed
right.
bodies, and he was just a big guy, which I don't
But
think
he
he's really
he
that
played his
good.
role very nicely to be
Yeah,
a crash test dummy.
yeah, because we've seen what this guy has done, and it hasn't been the best. Don't let him talk. Just don't let him talk.
I think he get it better in the ring. I think so.
Oh,
Today
I
I was
agree with
looking
that.
at him. Today I was looking at him. I was like, oh, okay, then he actually moving a lot better. He not moving so simply like he was before. So I kind of
It's
like
it's
that.
not it's not Kyle O'Reilly carrying him again.
Yeah, so I think he doing a lot better. But Cal O'Reilly has to because he was so green. He was dude was just started. So it's like you so green and you need somebody to carry you. But I think now you got a year under his belt now. He get it. He had loads of chances. So and with that lots of chances that he got, he's already get it a little bit better.
True. That's definitely true. So yeah, he's somewhat gotten better though. But moving on from the ladder match now, this is where it kind of goes into cinematic mode here,
Oh
because
well, this is my least favorite match of the night. My
well, yeah,
least
and
favorite.
this ain't even the match. This is like, well, I guess it's part of the match, but it's
Oh,
like,
you talking about the cinematic part? Oh,
yeah, we're
yeah,
talking about
that was
the
a
cinematic.
super. Oh my goodness, Bryce. Oh
This
my goodness,
reminds
Bryce.
me of when they did the Dexter, you know,
And Cameron Grimes stuff.
yup, or even when
Was
they
that
sent
last year?
that was a couple years ago. Last year was
Couple of
Mello and
years ago.
Trick.
Oh no. Yeah, that was a pandemic part where they would call themselves trying to do some little spooky stuff.
No,
They
well, they
try to
did the
do.
Dexter thing 2 years in a row.
They did.
Last year was like Mello and Trick going there, and
No, I'm talking about him and Cameron Grimes.
yeah, yeah, that was a couple
That was
years ago.
during
Yeah,
the
that happened.
pandemic. That was during
That's
the pandemic part, was it?
yeah, that's the one.
With him and Kevin Grimes, right?
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah. Man,
Yeah,
I just didn't understand it. Like, what was the end goal to this? Like, was she trying to soften it up, Mandy, or
oh,
what?
I'm
Like, was
gonna.
she trying to ambush the toxic attraction? Like, what were you trying to do? I just didn't understand that.
Yeah, and I didn't get like that, okay, we're gonna go fight her at this haunted house because she invited you all there. And then, they go in there with the flashlights and see all these guys dressed as like, a whole bunch of ghouls and stuff. And, Gigi Dolan was happy to be there because, she
Yeah.
likes Halloween. But remember, this person was married to Darby Allen at one point, so no
Uh,
surprise there.
it's right. No surprise that what that she liked this type of stuff.
Yeah, so she enjoys it. JC Jane there, which she did make a point. You don't split up in horror movies. That's how they get you. Like, which
Right.
that's honestly true. That's how they could just pick
Me
you
and
easy.
Gigi had me rolling. So I was like, why would you go into the running car?
Oh yeah,
So
that
I'm
was funny. We
rolling.
just go to the running car. That was funny.
Oh, like yeah, Gigi was the best part of that whole day. Everybody else sucked.
Yeah,
that,
because
that
like
little
you know
cinematic thing.
they got JC getting all freaked out, and I just like how Gigi just goes and sit down and talks to Chucky, and like, hey Chucky, how you doing? You know what we have? We having some tea? What's going on? Got that knife there, Chucky? Because they got to keep promoting that show. That's what they've been.
Hmm.
They got to keep promoting Chucky's show because they on the same network. But she just casually just sits there and talks to the doll, and I'm like, so what is Chucky gonna kill somebody in this or? But she just talks so calmly and like, yeah, what's up, Chucky? And then Alba Fyre comes in, then they fight, and then I guess Dolan got pulled into a fridge and stuff, and then Mandy and Alba fought, and all this like all these horror guys showed up, and Mandy like they trying to make it almost like some badass trying to fight them all off and all that, and then I think she almost got knocked into a well, and
Yeah.
I guess whatever Alba Kaylee Ray there choked her out with her baseball bat, and then threw her in the car, and then beat up the rest of Toxic Attraction, and they left. And well, Alba and Mandy left. Well, this is part one of the match, I guess, but it's
Yeah.
almost like
I
Why?
think it's
Why do this?
nah. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Because I said like, even I'm like, what was the point to all this?
I I guess they were trying to call themselves trying to connect everything, make everything seem like it was flowing into one. And like from the haunted house to the car drive to the match, it's all trying to flow into one. But it was an epic feel. It
I'll admit
wasn't good at all.
the production looked good. I'll give
I
it that.
mean, it's WWE.
It's WWE, so it's no surprise there. But
Prize. They got. I say they got the best production value when it comes down to producing and making things look good. they they
but
they are very good at that, but you can't make bad acting look good though.
yeah, it is. I'm like, what was the point of having what Mandy has to keep her title? So, oh yeah, let's go to the haunted house and go find her and have Mandy get kidnapped again. So I thought this whole thing didn't make a lot of sense. I get it's Halloween Havoc, but still, that didn't make a lot of sense. Next after that, we'll get back to that later on. But next casket match, spin the
My
wheel,
least.
make a deal. Apollo Crews versus Grayson Waller, and all these druids. They weren't
Yeah.
Undertaker druids this time.
Who? So Apollo Crews, that other power he can, now he got three powers now. He got see into the future. He can make his body parts bleed for some of the reason, and he can command druids. Like
Yeah,
man,
like
what
didn't he
other
like
power he
summon them?
can? Right. What other powers do they get? They are giving this man.
I have no idea where this feud has been going at this point. I don't like this whole like I said, see into the future, and you're supposed to be like Luke Cage or something. Like, okay, I'm gonna see before I fight, and then now you can make people's eyes bleed, and now he's got druid summoning, and
Hey,
I'm
me, I
like,
want to ask one more thing. Remember the part a couple of weeks ago that he had made Grayson a Waller, I believe.
yeah,
So his eye just miraculously recovered. Like, what did he do to make his eye bleed? I know he has to do something, and if that's the case, why he didn't wear a patch? Why he not suffering from whatever he did to his eye? What was going on in that part? Why we not selling that? That was confusing.
yeah, I don't, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, he didn't really sell the eye thing that much, and it just, yeah, what
Remember
happened?
the next week he was had a little show with Roxanne and Cora.
Yeah, and he got pulled under the ring, and that's when they made his eyes bleed.
Yeah. Like what was going on with that? He didn't even sell it. Like he didn't even have no eye patch today or anything. Like or no eye redness, his eye was red or anything. I'm like, what was the point of even making his eye bleed that day then if we not gonna sell it?
Yeah, it just makes no sense, and it, like I said, a lot of this just doesn't make sense. And then it's like, what, Waller's scared of Chucky, like, before the show even happened, early in the week, because like we're gonna spin the wheel. It can be a lot of things, and now it's a casket match. Like, I'm surprised this wasn't some eye bleed match and whatnot.
I just like casting out of nowhere. Like, are we serious? Like, we could get like we gonna use this legendary match because it goes to the legendary status because it's
Undertaker.
Undertaker match. Thank you, but you took the words right out of my mouth. That's the reason why it goes to the legendary status because it's Undertaker match. So why are we using a legendary match for these two guys who ain't even made the bidders? Like and then we can go throw a casket match in the second match of the night. Like, yeah, wow, that's
It's
just bury the Casket match. Why don't you? You know.
I'm gonna say this too before we even move on with the rest of this. With a lot of gimmick, it was a lot of gimmick matches on here. I almost thought like, am I
Um,
watching Extreme Rules Part 2?
I thought I did. That's what I thought it was. I thought it was gonna give. I thought it was the NXT version of the Fury Rules. That's what I
That's what
really
it
thought.
felt like because most of everything had a gimmick match throughout the whole night, except for the main event.
Yeah, the main event, but I mean, in triple threat, always a no DQ anyway. So
Yeah,
it's like it
anything can
really
happen.
right. It falls in the category of all the other gimmick matches because that no DQ stipulation.
Yeah, it's like I was watching Extreme Rules out there again. And I'll be honest too, I think I liked Apollo Cruz's whole Nigerian,
Yeah.
Black Panther 2 gimmick out there and whatnot. Other than this
it make
whole,
you
I can make people's eyes bleed and see the future now. Like I
it make
sit there
you
wondering, like, why did they put him back on NXT? I know he wasn't doing nothing on the main roster, but I'm like, where is this even going? He can see
but
into the future.
But guess what though? I agree. And see, they kind of make you miss certain gimmicks that certain people had before. Like with Apollo, like you were just saying, like you kind of miss his Nigeria gimmick, especially the first run of it, not the later run of it. The very first run of it, where they was him and Big E were going at it for the Intercontinental Championship.
I gave Big E the steal. I gave him the steal. He did not
I
want to
I
mess with me.
like I liked it there, but then with this, it was like, what the hell? Like, I'm not feeling this, I'm really not.
Yeah, I don't understand where he's. It's almost like it's true what they said about Grayson Waller one time. It's like low budget Miz, which I'm honestly, it's like him and Miz have the same gimmick right now because they were running from two guys that kept scaring the crap of hunting them down.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
I think so too.
Dexter's hunting down Miz, Cruz is hunting down Waller with all these mind games and showing up out of nowhere, and it's literally the same thing. Literally, like it was literally the
Mhm.
same thing going on. Like, oh, he's running from him and he's running from him. Oh, Miz gets security, Waller gets security. Where's he at? Where's he at? He's in disguise somewhere. Where's he at? And that's literally the same thing. It was literally the same thing going on Raw. It was the same gimmick or whatever. But it's like it was almost like the feud was just like copy and paste.
Yeah, yeah, it really is. It really was.
So
Um,
I
yeah, I
wonder how.
don't look. It's like I'm so iffy with Waller. It's like some days I see it, I'll be like, all right, cool, he got something that I like. But then other days I'll be like, man, I don't think he have it. Like, and this match wasn't clicking to me, bro. It's just like I didn't really get into it. I couldn't get it I couldn't get the excitement for it in the beginning. First off, I think I said it to my brother in the beginning before that match started. I like, I think this gonna be my least favorite match because this is the least the feud that I paid attention to the least. I paid attention. I barely paid attention to. I did really like it. So of course this match didn't really. And they tried. They beat the hell out of each other. Don't get me wrong. They hit each other with everything but the kitchen sink. I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. They could have got a whole gun and just shot the Nick in the knee, and I still would have been feeling it. I'm like, oh well.
And I will say this: the match itself wasn't even that bad. It's just like this whole feud is just where is this even going at this point? I hope it's over now after this because I like where's Apollo
But
Crews go from here?
when I would listen to the commentary though, Bray, did you hear this part where Vic and Booker was talking about, well, if after this match, then whoever wins this match, it gotta be next in line for the NXT championship. I'm like, gotta be next in line. Hold on, wait a second. Hold on, wait a second here. You telling me out of everybody else, these two people is gonna be the next people in line for the NXT championship. Nah. I'm not feeling
I
that.
don't see it. I don't see it, and I wonder how long Apollo Crews will stick around in NXT right now because I'd rather see him go back to doing the Nigerian thing. Wakanda forever, doing that because this whole I can see the vision That's so Apollo. I can make people's eyes bleed and all this stuff. I'm like, what is this going to? So I'm kind of to the point where like I have no idea what goes on next for him or any of these two, to be honest. So, Apollo won, but this whole thing was just weird.
Yeah, it was. It was. And the whole match was kind of weird. Did you see the part where? Did you remember the part where Apollo went through the casting and they confused. They confused, and they been telling us how to win the match throughout the whole night. But they confused though. That's what made me confused. Like, hold on, how y'all confused? Y'all been telling me how to win the match the whole night. And then y'all confused when he went through the casting. How? No, he didn't win the match. Y'all clearly kept on telling me that the only way you win the match is you put the person in the casket and close the casket door.
Yes.
That's what am I right? That's what they've been telling me the whole night. How do a man going through a casket make the person win the match? And they were actually confused, right? You remember that part?
Yeah,
They
they
were
didn't know what to
actually
say about him.
confused.
I don't know where they
Bro,
got these cheap caskets from, by the way, but
right, that's a horrible casting. Oh man, you don't use those castings at all. They must they must cost like $100 or so.
I
They
think
low
TNA
budget.
used to. I think TNA used to use those things. I remember TNA
Those
used to
for
use
the
those caskets
casting.
years ago.
And, and after that part, what happened? I went the Apollo Crews. It went dark. Did it go dark?
It
Yeah,
went dark. The Druids came out, and
yeah,
yeah, it's like they came out. He looked at them, and then they just went back to fighting.
yeah. And then shortly after that, Apollo Crews, like you said, Apollo Crews get the victory. I just wasn't feeling this match. It wasn't there for me, bro.
So it was just odd. Like I said, I get it's Halloween, but that casket just took a lot away. It was just so cheap. So I didn't get that. Next they went to a Chase University skit.
Yeah,
Um, I guess they were
and
all
the new
still learning about Halloween Havoc and all right, class, I hope you wrote your reports on Halloween Havoc and everything. And what I guess now they sent Duke Hudson there as a transfer student, and
yeah.
Bodie didn't. What's his name? Bodie Hayward didn't like him because they kept trying to answer a question about who won the tag team titles, and it was Harlem Heat going against the Outsiders, and Harlem Heat won. Duke answered the right question, and I guess what's the old girl
No,
name?
the Outsiders won. The Outsiders won.
Oh yeah, Outsiders beat Harlem Heat. That's right. Shit, yeah, I almost forgot about that. I got the game to that. But yeah, when he answered the question of that, what's her face? Thea Hale there, I guess, kind of somewhat shrugged her shoulders and said, like, good job. And I guess Bodie got all jealous, and now, he's telling Duke Hudson, I don't trust him and everything. So now I guess he's jealous because he feels like Duke will take her from him, I guess.
No, I see. Here's the thing: how I'm
Or
getting
she
it.
drinks a lot of coffee.
No, so this how I'm getting it. I think Duke is there to try to become a foil in the Chase U, trying to put Chase U against each other. I think that's what he there for, to cause commotion and Chase U.
Mind manipulation.
Mind manipulation, very good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking of right there.
So like I think he may be trying to stir the pot with all the members there, and have them try to go against each other.
Uh huh.
Because you
But
saw how
I mean, this is
Bodie.
like the. But and I won't not to jump off the subject, but it's kind of still on subject because we talking about lower mid card people. These are lower mid card people, right? Am I right? Um,
Yeah.
and yeah. And so you remember back in the Attitude Era, a lot of people had something to do. Even the lower mid card people was in some type of silly little feud or a little goofy little feud. And it didn't mean anything, but they just had something to do throughout the night. You know, I think that's what I think a lot of people are going, because Chase U didn't have nothing to do with tonight. You know what I'm saying? But You know, they just had something for them to do. You know what I'm saying? Something for them to something
We'll
for
fit you
people
on the
to
show
look at.
somehow.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I started to go long, but yeah, that's what I mean.
They'll fit them on the show one way or another, and that's what they did. So like they just happen to be there, and Duke Hudson, I guess he'll have something because every time I see Duke Hudson, he just loses all the time.
Yeah, he even lost to Cedric Alessandro made the pick. That was
Uh,
so crazy to me. I thought they were gonna put him up there to beat Cedric. No, they had Cedric win.
ain't no Cedric still around.
Yeah, he had made say main event. He was like the
Okay,
main people over there and stuff. But yeah, they had him go up there. I think like, oh, they gonna try to see what he can do. You know, see if he could see how he looks. You know, and they had him lose. I'm like, oh well, I guess he gonna be a jobber for the rest of his career.
ain't that nothing since the Hurt Business.
No, not talking about
Oh, Duke Hudson,
Duke.
my bad, my
I
bad.
think he gonna be a jobber for the rest of his career.
I don't know what they do. First, he was a poker player, and then now then they trying to make him into something else. I'm not even sure what he is right now because before, remember he was a poker player,
Uh-huh. And he
and
wasn't too good of a poker player.
it didn't make any sense. And then they cut his hair. Well, he grew his hair back now, but I don't know
Yeah, they
where.
cut his hair.
I don't know where they're going with him right now. It's like he's just there, and then he just loses all the time. Should he? Then he lose like to one of them Creed brothers in like under a minute, not that long
Uh-huh.
ago.
Not that long ago. I think a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so like I don't know where they're going with him right now. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see where this whole thing with Chase U goes, but I feel like this is gonna him eating another L anyways. But right after that we had Cora Jade versus Roxy in a Weapons Wild match. I think Roxy was like the clown from It. Uh, you know, I hope this is the end of this feud because I have not liked this feud at all.
Right.
It is,
And the matches saved the feuds. Like if we could just see straight matches for them, it'll be better than just seeing try to see them try to cut promos with each other. Because the matches you'd be thinking like, oh, okay, then it's a decent match. Like this was a decent little match right here. But
it
it's at
wasn't
the
bad.
same at the
I thought it was
same
okay.
yeah, but at the same time, the feud did not help it though. I think, to be honest with you, it didn't start really doing something for me until they started picking your poison.
Yeah,
That was
this
the
week.
whole thing. That's when they started like, oh, and that was only a week ago. So
Yeah,
they
that was a
they had
few days ago.
right, a few days ago. My bad. A few days ago. And then to be honest with you, like the whole 5 weeks that leading up to the no, not even 5 weeks, the whole 12 weeks that leading up to this one match, it just didn't do it.
I don't think the last match they had was really that good, and how it ended, it looked dumb. And I just think the whole "you were my friend" or "let's win the tag team titles one week, but I'll betray you the next week while we're still the champions." I'm like,
I
what the
think
fuck?
this match, right? And I think this match made up for that debacle that we call the other match. Cause that wasn't a good match. And it wasn't a good ending. So yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one.
Like Roxy is really good, so I don't never nothing have nothing bad to say
Oh no, that was
other than those bad promos, like standing at the gazebo and "I'm going to block you now." That
you think if they would they separate these two girls as they about to do anyway, they about to separate these two girls.
Cora
Do you think
Jade, I've always been iffy on.
do you think Roxy gonna get better when she separate from Core?
Anything is better than this.
Right. So I think she will get better. It's just Core. I think I got an iffy. I'll be iffy on.
I'm still iffy on skateboard number two there. But the match itself, what can I say about this? Like I said, there was a lot of weapons involved, from trash cans and bull ropes, and one thing that got me was when they went up to the crow's nest, and once again, Roxy just hesitating. Do I hit my friend? And then they just both fall off
I ain't
thing.
know what they were trying to do. All I know was they were about to hit each other. Roxy was going to hit Cora, and then Cora just turned it into a Russian leg sweep into the table below. And I was like, how did that happen?
I was like, just push her off the thing. Stop hesitating. It looked like to me at first, I just thought Roxy just threw herself and they both
Right?
fell.
That's why I didn't understand how that happened. Like all
It
of a
didn't
sudden
even
they
look like a
just had
move.
it just boom. I'm like, whoa. Somebody rewind that. Somebody show me the replay. How did that happen?
Like they just
Like,
both fell off onto the table.
like they slipped on a banana peel or something. Oh shoot. And
I'm
like,
like, what was that? I didn't understand that. And they were literally back up like a minute later.
yeah, I did. Yes. First of all, this the only thing I want to say bad about this match, Bryce, is they barely sold anything. They
Yeah,
barely even
it wasn't a
sold
lot of selling.
anything.
And I'm
No,
sitting there
it
like,
wasn't.
wait a minute, you just got off after falling like what? How like what 5, maybe 6 feet? I think I don't know how high that crow's nest was, but you tell me I can fall off a high ledge and just get back up that easily when both of us
Right,
fell through the table. I thought it would have
right.
been down for a few more minutes at least, but they were like back
Exactly.
up like 1 minute too later.
Exactly. I didn't
I
understand that, bro. I like
Crazy talk.
what was going on that where the seller sell me something.
So that was kind of odd. And, then they just got the chairs in the ring. And then, Cora Jade said, "You were never my friend." And then, Roxy dodged her move and then said, like, "You were always my best friend." And then hit her, like, code red on her and won the match. So I'm like I said, I hope they move on from this, like, because this is like Booker T's top student out here, right?
Yeah. So she
Uh,
gonna move on. I can't wait till she move on because they're gonna really show her the skills that really everybody says she a prodigy,
well, yeah,
what
they
she
said they were
really
really happy,
is.
but they said they were really happy with her on SmackDown about a
Yeah,
week.
they are high, very high on
High
her.
on. So
So
like,
to get away from Cora, and
and just
I
move
see what
on.
this
But
girl working with.
I just thought that this was okay. So that's all I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah, it was alright. It wasn't a bad match. That's what I was saying. It wasn't a bad match. It was an okay match.
Yeah, it was okay. I thought this probably could have been more on TV than pay-per-view though. But
Now, I don't think now a whole 12 week feud is gonna end
okay,
right there
this is the
on
ending
TV.
then. Yeah, okay, maybe not. Because at first I was like, it was good, but I'm like, I feel like I was still waiting for something else big to happen at the same time. Like, just to give it that extra notch, I thought. But, hey, I could be wrong though. But like I said, they got, like I said, they just got to move on from this. So this was okay. In my opinion, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I ain't think it was bad.
What else did they have? I think they showed someone burning a mask, I think. Or did I miss that?
Yeah, I didn't know. I ain't understand. I don't know who it was.
So I missed that. Oh, okay. Next, they brought out Shotzi back out there again, who's dressed as Beetlejuice.
Oh, my favorite outfit. Oh my goodness, I must have almost fell to the ground. When that girl, that outfit looked so good on her. I was
and
like, man,
and she was out there, talking about it's the scariest night of the year and all that stuff. And then she brought out Quincy Elliott, and I'll say
that's
this
when I
when they,
walked out. Okay, this the only part I missed,
I don't
Bryce. So
blame you.
this is all on you. This is all on you.
Okay, because here's one thing, and Booker T had said this on commentary, because Vic Joseph, like, he said, Quincy Elliott is here to, quench everyone's thirst. And he said, not my thirst, like maybe you, but not me.
Right,
I don't, yeah, Booker T has said that. A lot of people agree with Booker T. It's like, yeah, what you mean all our thirst? Like, what you mean by
right,
that?
right. Question, who thirsty question? Oh nah, bro. What you own, Vic? What did you own, man?
And then they're out there, right? Lash Legend comes out, which thank God this wasn't a Lash Legend match because it would have been bad. But Lash called Shotzi the Green Goblin and called Quincy a banana nut muffin, and then he said like, your show was canceled a long time ago, and you can take your high heels and scurry back to the ring. And What else? Like, basically said, I'm trying to remember everything, but Quincy said, yeah, you're talented, you're tall and all that stuff, but you're annoying and everything. And then Shotzi just like hit a DDT into Lash Legend, and then so I kind of walked away too for a minute because I guess they had Quincy Elliott start twerking in the ring. I'm like, dude, nobody wants to see that. And then
Oh my
Big
goodness.
Joseph
No,
was
they
like,
didn't.
Big
I'm
Joseph was
glad.
like, let me finish though, let me finish. But like Big Joseph was like, Quincy's got some moves, and you could hear Booker T say,
Yeah, I heard my brother. My brother told me that part when I came back in the room, and he was like, "Yeah." Vic was like, "Oh yeah, Quincy got some moves," and then Booker T like, like, look, nobody trying to talk about that, man. Come on.
And I don't blame Booker T. He looked like he didn't really want to talk about it. I'm like, okay, dude, I don't really want to watch this. I wasn't really even paying halfway attention to it all. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move. I'm not about to watch no dude twerk in the ring. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. Okay, like I just walked away. But I caught what Booker T had said, like, what you mean everybody thirsty? I'm like, hey man, that's you. That ain't me. Like
Right,
Booker T, like, I ain't down with this all the way. So I thought Booker T Loki kind of had brought the real. I got some people online like, oh, he's a racist. Like, how's he racist? Both these niggas are black.
right.
Oh, he's being homophobic. How was he being like?
And he didn't say nothing bad. Like, what is y'all? Oh, he
He
didn't
just didn't
say
like.
anything. He didn't say anything. So he made it. He made it very clear. He just don't want to talk about it. Like people be trying to force things on other people, man. It's not fair.
Yeah, I always thought that. I still feel like Quincy Elliott was just for like a copycat of Sonny Kiss. I feel like they copied off AEW.
They maybe did, but they copied the wrong gimmick.
Yeah, and I like somebody said best. Was it's like Mabel fuck Goldust.
Oh,
I know, but it's like a mix in between both. And
oh
so
my goodness.
I'm not. Yeah, somebody said like it's like you put two raccoons in him. That's why he has like the man boobs or something like that, just scurrying around and stuff. So I remember I'm hearing somebody say that, and I'm like, hey, it's kind of accurate. It's funny, but it's accurate at the same time. So yeah, this segment was whatever. So right after that, they had the Schism cut a promo. I didn't really care. I'm convinced him and Eric Young damn near have the same gimmick with having cults, and I don't know which one is worse right now.
Oh
I
man.
see. I already see Eric
Uh,
Young in the
I,
rain cults on Impact.
I just I'm just not into this. I barely even paid attention to this part. I'm hearing him talking to the dude in the hood like you gonna make your debut on Tuesday and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, whatever.
I don't care about
Yeah.
this gimmick. I feel bad for GYV out there with whatever they doing with this. I still and it's so funny now. I called Joe Gacy like a discount Bray Wyatt, but now you got the real Bray Wyatt back.
And why y'all need the discount version?
So I just like I don't understand where that's going anymore. But yeah, right after that we went to the ambulance match with Julius Creed and Damon Kemp. I enjoyed this.
Oh
I
my
enjoyed this
goodness,
a
I
lot.
enjoyed it. They beat the mess out of each other. I was like, whoo, they were stiff too. I was like, they are being stiff with each other. That's what I like.
I
This
think
is what I like right
I
here.
think what I liked about this a lot because it felt like a real fight.
Yes.
It didn't feel like a planned spots of hidden weapons. It just looked like they were just trying to get the weapons out the way, like just throwing them at each other. If they just see it, not like set it up or anything and wait to do a spot. It's just like you just see a weapon and you use it. Like what Julius Creed throwing pumpkins in the ring and them fighting to the ambulance, just throwing each other in the ladders and putting each other to the tables. Like it's just almost like the weapons were in the way, not like the weapons were just conveniently there. It's just like they're in
You're
the
right.
way, and we just gonna use them to beat the shit out of each other with.
Uh-huh. I really enjoyed this match. I think it has to go down. That's my second favorite
I
after
like
the
this.
ladder match because I really like this match. They were being stiff, and I just didn't, I didn't have a problem with it. I really did. A
I
lot of
like
people
it.
online had a problem with it though.
I
Uh,
thought it was actually pretty good.
Me too. I did too. I didn't understand what they were talking about, but they had a problem with it for some unknown reason.
I did will say when he kept slamming his hands into the door, the ambulance door, he kind of stopped selling it after a while. But like he's got to save his brother's
He
job, and he just like slamming the ambulance doors in his hands and multiple times, but he was able to kick out of it. And then he beat up Kemp with the chair like 10 different times because Kemp had that chair that had Julius on it, and he beat him 11 times with the chair before picking him up and throwing him into the ambulance.
yeah.
I like this. I think both guys are really good. The Creed brothers they have gotten good very fast. I'm almost surprised Roderick Strong didn't show up. I thought he would have been back now.
Yeah,
Um,
me too. I thought so. So I thought he was gonna really actually show up this match.
I thought he was going to be there. Kemp, I'll say this, man. Like, I don't know when his brother's ever going to debut, but he's really good.
Oh yes, I like him. And me and my brother were talking during the match about it. We were just talking. We were just on that subject about his brother, and he was like, "Man, I bet he was thinking like, man, they giving my brother all this praise, but I'm actually here doing the. I'm actually here doing what I gotta do." And I
Yeah, we
just,
haven't even.
I like I told you a couple of weeks ago that they fell off on his brother. They already think he gonna really do anything.
Yeah, I heard he wasn't really doing that good right now. I guess, and he's still in training right now, but it's like, they put so much hype into Gable Stevenson. I'm like, man, I said people need to be watching his brother. His brother's not bad. He's a pretty good
It's
heel.
not bad at all.
Like
Not bad at all.
I've enjoyed the guy. Like I'm saying, like I'm almost I say, like forget about Gable Stevenson. Like let's talk more about his brother. He's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
I
they even sent
really
his brother to NXT. They had him drafted to Raw, and we don't even know if he's still ain't here yet.
right. Right.
So I thought it was a pretty good brawl. Like I said, it felt like like I said, they could have put put both of these guys in a regular match if they wanted to. Like we know they're both like Olympic style athletes and stuff, but I thought this was a fight given the whole feud and everything also. So I thought the ambulance match, I thought it was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, I really did too.
So definitely enjoyable. But as the ambulance was driving away, next thing you know, Alba Fyre and Mandy Rose show up back to the performance center then.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I guess their match began, which this didn't really go that long. And
No, it wasn't that long. That was the shortest match of the night.
yeah, because like you get put part one and part two together. This is part two. It didn't really go that long. Alba had a lot of at least most of control until later on, and then of course JC Jane and Gigi end up getting back to the building somehow, and because right after Alba hit her like what swanton bomb, that's when they showed up, and then you know Alba ended up super kicking them onto the ref. Everybody falls out the ring. Alba hits the gory bomb, but the ref ain't up, and then Toxic Attraction get involved, and then Rose hit a finisher and won. So it was kind of mostly overbooking. I would feel it was kind of whatever. I didn't care. Did I want Alba to win the title? Yeah, but I feel like they just want
Yeah,
Mandy Rose to have some year-long title reign. I'm just ready for this Mandy Rose thing. And I'll admit, Mandy Rose has gotten better, throughout time.
over the year. You're right.
Over
Over the
over
year
the year,
time.
because like half of that year, I did not really care because all those matches look either bad or very clunky, or the other person in the ring would have to somewhat carry her. Like in the past few matches, like the one at Worlds Collide and
Yeah, that was a good one.
the one against what's her name? Zoe Starks. That was good.
Yeah,
I think she's gotten better over time. I'm just ready for this title reign to end.
yeah. Me too. I am ready for the
I
title
would
right in the
I would
end.
have I would have thought Alba would have won, but I don't know. I think given the whole haunted house thing and then the whole overbooking in the end, even I was like, I just kind of
And
rolled my
she said
like,
she dedicated that back to her brother. So
oh yeah, that's why Mandy won here. Her brother was not here, and she dedicated to her, and I mean dedicated to him, and that I know she dedicated to I know it was that other girl that recently passed away. She
yeah,
was on Tough
I
Enough.
forgot. Yeah, I forgot about her recently.
Sarah, yeah, Sarah Lee, because I remember she won Tough Enough, but nothing ever happened because I think what was the dude's name? Blake from Blake and Murphy. I think she ended up getting pregnant, and we never saw her debut. And like I said, she recently just died, so um,
Yeah.
so I know she had dedicated to her, but I didn't. I like I said, this is the weakest of the whole night. I didn't like it at all. It just like overbooking. So there you go. Uh, what else? I know they showed what Inofe and Blade and Nikita Lyons and start getting ready for their title match Tuesday coming up. All the tag belts on the line. They did that, but in the main event, we did get to yes, the main event triple threat match: Braun Breaker, Ilya Dragunov, and JD McDonough NXT title. Breaker there having Scott Steiner's gear right there from Halloween Havoc 2000. They pointed out, even coming out with the shovels, um, hitting like their gravestones and stuff. This was great.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
I
it
enjoyed
was.
this match.
I
Even
enjoyed this match. It was man, it was great. It was good.
I enjoyed
Um
this a lot. And whatnot,
I,
because yeah, you take it. I gotta get the door real quick. You take it.
yeah, I really liked the really liked this match. It went back and forth. Everybody had a chance to get their shine in and stuff. And everybody had a chance to make it seem like they were gonna be the one who gonna win the championship. But um I didn't really have too much of a problem with this match. It's just, I guess we already knew who was gonna be the champion. I wanted a new champion, but I guess it was just hope for wishing right there because I just feel like Braun Breaker, served the time here. I think he can be called up to the main roster at this point. So that's how I really feel about the situation. But other than that, if we're gonna have some new fresh blood inside this title picture, yeah, we should. I see Mello needs to be called up. I mean, not called up. Needs to be moved on to the NXT Championship picture. I think we can use a couple of fresh blood in this title picture. But other than that, I really didn't have a problem with this match.
I enjoyed the match a lot. I did. I thought it was very stiff, especially when it got to Breaker and Dragunov there, especially with those forearms. Him doing that, what's his finisher, the Torpedo Moscow, where he just fucking
Yeah.
runs into you and then just damn near kills you with his head. Because he did that like 2 times on there and even hurt his own head against McDonough on the outside. But, I would have thought Dragunov would have won until, last Tuesday. I'm like, well, he held the title up, so,
Yeah,
I knew he wasn't going to win then.
I definitely knew that Madonna wasn't gonna win because the crowd ain't feeling him. They
Yeah,
they
I
want
actually
him.
thought he was going to take the pin.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah, I did.
I think I wasn't thinking about that. I don't know why. I just that part just didn't get. I think that part I didn't really get. I didn't really see like who was gonna get pinned, so I ain't really try to call it. But here's the thing: I just felt like we knew who was gonna win this match after a while.
Yeah, I had a feeling Breaker was gonna win, which even I'm starting to wonder. Like, I think we talked about this before. How long is this really gonna keep going with him? I've already seen some memes about. It's almost like, oh, LOL, Cena wins. I've heard that
Yep,
before,
yep.
and it's starting to become that. Well, like I said, the fans have always been kind of iffy on Breaker, as it is, anyways, because even I'm wondering how long is this about to really go with this title reign? Because I actually would have thought Dragunov would have won until last Tuesday. I'm like, maybe he's gonna be the one, and
Well,
nah, it didn't. It did not happen. And I'm not gonna lie, when he just, he went back for that torpedo Moscow, and then he just got hit with a spear. Even I was just kind of like, fuck. I just kind of said, fuck it,
huh.
man. I'm like, God damn it. Damn. Well, I was like, well, I knew it was gonna happen, but still. I was just kind of ready to move on from the whole Breaker thing, but they want to keep this going. But like you said, who else is like? Say, other than Mello, we talked about. He obviously should be next. I don't think he's moving up to the main roster. I would not think he would be moving up to the main roster right
No,
now.
no, no. I was just saying, Melo should be next, going in line to be in the title picture, in the NXT title picture.
Yeah, I would think he'd be going. Yeah, he'd be next in line for the title picture, though. Like I said, don't move on. I'm not move up to the main roster because who else is down there to face breaker for the title?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's time to move Melo into that title picture now.
Yeah, because I'm wondering who else they got left. Like, unless
They
we
don't
can,
have anybody left. That's
yeah,
why.
like how many UK guys can we keep bringing over?
There's no other UK guys that got a big enough name to even try to go to make them go over there to go face Braun Breaker. See, JD and Ilya, they were kind of big names over there in the UK
Yep.
and NXT UK. So it would kind of make sense for them to go over there and then go straight for the title. But everybody else, I don't think so. They don't think they really had that cachet to go just move from over there to the main rock. I mean to the NXT and start going for the NXT championship.
Let's remember Breaker has beat like 3 UK champions already.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it's not like they can pull anybody else from there. So like I said, I would believe Melo would be next or should be next to go for the title. Don't know if that'll happen in that, but I think he should be the next one because even I kind of wonder like, all right, who else y'all about to give Breaker to? Because I think the crowd is just very iffy on him. They haven't
yeah.
accepted him all the way, and we've seen
No, I
that.
don't think they accepted him all the way. I don't think they will. And that's the part right there.
Like I knew
They
that.
they because you know why? Because like you said, Law Super Cena. We are going with the same formula. The same formula since the 1980s, and we just think that it's just gonna keep on going. We used it with Hulk Hogan. We used it with. I don't even think we really used it with Stone Cold. Stone Cold just got over on his own. It was like we need to make him super Stone Cold.
Roman,
He did eat some L's before. But, he probably ate more L's than Cena and Hogan. To be
that's true.
perfectly honest,
Would you put
you
Roman
know.
in that? Would you put Roman in that
Yeah,
category?
yes, I would. Yes, you talk about the early years of Roman. Roman
Oh
barely
yeah,
even took a L.
Super Roman.
It's Super Roman, bro. So yeah, it's the same mold. It's the same mold. We can't keep doing that, man, because people gonna see right through that. Like, oh, come on, man. Dang, we already know
I
he gonna win.
I
He gonna
remember when
get
he
his.
won the. I was gonna say I remember when he won the title back from Ziggler, and you saw how the fans were iffy. They was like, "You deserve it." No, he don't. I like how people got mad on the internet saying like, "Oh, you people aren't appreciative of what's going on right now."
But
Like,
what's
yeah,
going on? What we need to be appreciative of?
that's what I want to know. Oh, oh, you all don't understand. You're not appreciative, or like there's like in pushing the whole breaker thing, like they don't accept it or something. Like, what's wrong with these people? Because they were damn near hijacking the show that one week when they was like right after WrestleMania that week, and you saw how the crowd just kind of start chanting stuff that they didn't like, and they just not feeling breaker all the way. You get what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I
So,
feel. Yeah. I'm the one who definitely pointed that out. Like, I don't think they feeling this guy, and I try to give him a chance, but I don't think they really feeling him.
yeah, like it's very iffy. Like you hear cheers and boos out there. So I just kind of rolled my eyes a little when he won again. Like I said, I enjoyed the match. Nothing wrong with the match or anything. It's just like, well, win again, and I'm almost surprised nobody didn't come out and attack him right after.
Right. You kind of look forward to that every time now.
So that's how I kind of looked at it. But they just ended the show with him holding up the title. So that's how I look at it. But
they could have they could have brought Shotzi back out with the Beetlejuice costume again.
yeah, we didn't
But
see enough of her throughout the night.
because man, that was good right there. But yeah, Halloween Havoc wasn't bad.
It was a good show. I feel like this was Extreme Rules Part 2 in a way.
Yeah,
But
it was. It was. They basically kind of basically advertised it like that too with the spin the wheel. They had two spin the wheel matches, and then that's the reason why they got the matches from Cora, Jade, and Roxy and
the Casket
Apollo,
match.
and that they did the spin the wheel.
Because, like, overall, like, my favorite things of the night was the main event, and the ambulance match and the ladder match. Those were, I thought, the best things throughout the whole night.
The ladder match, ambulance match, and the main event, like you just said,
Yep, my
in that
least
order too.
favorite. Yeah, I like out of those three, I liked the most. I thought the casket match was, you
My
know,
least.
between that and the Mandy Alba thing was my least thing of the night. Roxy and Cora Jade I thought was okay.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm trying to see what else, anything else. I think that was mostly it. It was only like what six matches.
Well,
Yeah, so like, that's what I would say of overall show. But it was good. I thought it was a good show.
I did too. And that's why I knew I had to come back and watch it because I enjoyed the show. So I like let me go back and watch it right quick. And I started to
I don't.
I've started to
One
enjoy NXT
one
again.
security. Does it? Yeah. Hold that thought, Cal.
Ah, that's all
Huh?
right.
I'm sorry. It was my phone was ringing, but not like I said. Overall, I thought, like I said, it was a really good show.
Nah, did you
like
hear
they
what
make
I was saying?
say that last part. Go ahead. Yeah, because I didn't listen to it all the way. Go ahead.
No, I said I'm starting to enjoy NXT again.
Well, yeah, so I guess it's different right now. Given, well, not even just the whole color change
I,
with the logo.
I think bringing in Ilya and JD in the main event picture gave it a nice little twist to it. They
Agree.
allow everybody else to be utilized in the NXT North American title picture. I really doubt that was I think those two title pictures were very good. Those two storylines were very good. They need to take the belt off of Mandy because I think the women title picture is being held up by her. To be
Yeah,
honest with you,
yeah. Who's actually
uh,
going to be the one to beat her?
I think they prep it Roxanne to be the one.
Yeah, it's either going to be her or I'm trying to see if they have anybody else. Well, they got Nikita in the tag division.
Yeah, which I think they're gonna win on Tuesday.
Yeah, possibly I can see that. But yeah, I think Roxy may be the one beat Mandy. I would assume that. So we'll
It
see.
would never be. It would never be back in the day. So we can't put that expectation on them. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm looking at them with different eyes. I'm not looking at them. Can you be as good as the golden age of NXT? You can't be as good as the golden age of NXT because those guys were on a different level, and they are showing you right now on the main roster why they was on this different level. When they was in NXT. So I can't really put that expectation on these guys down here. So I'm just gonna try to enjoy their work, and of course the bad stuff is gonna be the bad stuff, like Last Legend. But I just can't put that expectation on them and try to see if they're gonna be as good as the golden age of NXT.
at the end of the day, this is legitimately developmental. It's not black and gold. Like,
No
don't get me wrong, it was always developmental, but then again, there were times where they called it a third brand. Now they want to call it
brand. They
developmental
wanted
again.
they wanted it to be the third brand. Remember when they had the Survivor Series fight?
Yeah, Triple H said it several times.
Remember they had a little Survivor Series fights and
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
And so I think
2019.
that's when they was trying to make it like, hey, third brand. We want to make it into the third brand canon and everything. And I guess Vince wasn't really feeling it. I really think Vince put the the nail in the coffin. Like, oh nah, I don't want it to be a dirty brand because I really don't think Vince really was feeling NXT. To be
But they
perfectly
said he
honest
never really watched it. He didn't really watch it.
see, so there we go. And I don't think it was fair for people like people like Triple H who put in his blood, sweat, and tears into getting people over and getting people ready for the next level. And once they get to the next level, all the stuff that they were doing here, it doesn't matter anymore. And we're gonna make you a new character, and we ain't even gonna get you over like that. So it's like, yeah, I didn't understand.
Yeah, and I think also I still remember they said one time where Vince went down there and he was like, "So where are all the giants at, huh? Where are they? Where are the big guys?" And I think he couldn't
Yeah,
find. They didn't really have any.
yeah, they did it. They didn't have many guys. They didn't have many guys. Um, um,
Vince
I
couldn't
just
find.
think Vince and Triple H just see two different wrestling. You get what I'm saying? So it's like Triple H and Vince don't see eye to eye with some things. Triple H is a pure wrestler guy. You got to remember, man. Yeah, Triple H is a pure wrestler. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's
He
true.
came up in the ranks as a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? So he look at things evolving, which they are evolving, and they are steady evolving. You can't just rely on giants. You can have a couple of big guys. Don't get me wrong, man. There ain't nothing wrong with no Braun Strowmans out here in the world, But they gotta go. They gotta be able to go. And some of these big guys just don't have it. They just not as athletic as
Almost.
Omar is not athletic at all. Yeah, you can't. So Braun Strowman, he's athletic. He can run. He can move
He can
fast.
move.
Yeah, but when it comes down to Omar, he can't. And you go see more big guys who move like Omar than move like Braun Strowman.
That's true. Even Cross to some extent. I know we talked about Cross before, but you
Yeah,
know,
even Cross, and so they said Drew McIntyre, who can move a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
They can move. You know what I'm saying? Omar's just like the big old tree that you gotta move yourself. And I can see how it can be difficult to move him because he's such a big body.
that's true. Yeah, he's just like a big guy. That's kind of it. So like, like I said, like with the Giants, unless they can actually move, then can't just have a whole bunch of giant stiff guys and everything. So I think, like I said, Vince was looking for him. They just were not there and stuff, and it did not work. So that's
Yeah.
why he didn't like dealing with some of. He just probably thought a lot of these guys were very very small, and that's why we never really. Well, now we seen him on the main roster right now, and I don't think he would have pushed some of these guys, which I think he was probably correct on that, pushing some of those guys, and
Like
stuff.
like
I'm
who?
not. You really want me to name names, huh?
I mean, it gotta be because I don't know some of the guys who he would. I mean, who I know some of the guys he would push, but
Like
it's
Gargano,
because of their size. Who I feel like it's because of the size.
like Gargano.
I mean, of course. I mean, he would. I'm not. I don't even see him being pushed. I just don't think he should have been. I don't think Vince should be. Should do him like how he would have done him. I don't think that would have been fair. But I don't think he been pushed because I don't think he's gonna be ever a world champion. That's most definitely because I
Mick
don't even
Hart.
see him even being. Huh?
Mick Hart.
Yeah, but I don't. Right. So I don't never see him being a world champion. So I don't. Yeah, I don't really see him being pushed at all now.
It looks like they trying. I guess they about to try Mustafa Ali. I think.
Nah, he just gonna be there so Seth can beat. That's all.
Fatal four way crown jewel. Because even
Yeah, That's all. That's all he gonna do is just be there for himself to move around.
Because I didn't
Because
even
you
really look.
need people. You need new people.
That's true. You got to get somebody new on there. Because even I kind of looked at him the other night, like I didn't really believe he was ever going. Well, I know the match didn't happen yet, but he was really gonna go toe to toe with Seth. Then again, I was kind of halfway listening to him anyways.
Like I feel like I was kind of digging it because I was thinking to myself like, all right, cool. And like I know he's not gonna win the title. That's that's one thing about it. I know he's not gonna win the title. So yeah, he gonna have a good match with him.
Oh yeah, he'll
That's
have a
about
good
it.
match. It's like the one. It's like the one with Lashley he had. It was a good match. I don't think it shouldn't have went 10 minutes still, but it was a good match for the time Lashley and Mustafa had out there. I just didn't think it needed to go that long. Even I was like, okay, it just kind of like this don't need to be that long. I thought it should have been done in like 5-6 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they just
yeah, I ain't really had no problem with with hard. I mean Halloween having.
But yeah, definitely a good match though. I mean, not a good match, good show. So yeah, overall, it was a pretty good show. Like I said, this one wasn't one of these, we're just gonna put it on TV. This was an actual time they built up to make into a pay-per-view, not just
Yeah.
have a TV special
Yeah.
and load it up and stuff. So yeah, this was like a actual pay-per-view type of thing. So I enjoyed it. Like I said, it started to become like Extreme Rules 2.0 a little, but overall I enjoyed the show. So yeah, pretty good show.
Yeah.
Got anything else you want to say before we roll up out of here?
No, nothing else.
No.
Yeah. Follow me on Twitter, straightface40. Um, yeah. I That's about it.
Okay, so yeah, whatever the next review will be, I don't know, but whatever in the next month, what is it? Full Gear.
They look like full gear first.
I'm not about to review the Crown Jewel.
No, I ain't about to review car. I don't even want to do that.
I don't even know what time it started.
You're right.
So it's one of the weird time zone things. So I'm not doing that. But yeah, full gear. Yeah, but other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all then. Peace out. This should be somewhat uploaded later in the day. So out of here.